give you some pipes. Welcome back to Mid-10, y'all. Scouting some beans today. You can see I tripped one of there. Beans look real good from here. So the landlord on this farm called us and said he had armyworms and his crabgrass, which he's got a hayfield just the other side of this. It's got armyworms in it. He has sprayed his hay. So I'm checking the beans for armyworms. And checking the edge, checking this driveway too. Stop and look, you don't see nothing crawling on the ground yet. Ooh, from the way it looks, the way the hayfield looks over there, you can see through the trees, that gap. I would say the armyworms are pretty bad over there. They don't need to get into the beans. The deers are doing enough damage. I was kind of hoping beans were laid by and we were done spraying, but if there's armyworms over there, we are gonna have to keep a good eye on this field for sure. Well, let's see, we might have a spot right here where they're at. We'll stop back out, look at that. That's either armyworms or deer. I would say that's deer. They've nipped the leaves off. Oh, there's a dead armyworm right there. That ain't good. Pretty sure most of this is deer. And so yeah, the beans are about crouch high. Ain't loaded super heavy. Beans ain't even filling out yet. It's been dry. We've been in a drought since, oh, we were super wet. Now we got super dry. So we've been in a drought since about the middle of June. We're here first week of August. It's getting bad. So I'm gonna say this spot here is deer. I don't know where I picked that little worm up, but I think it was a dead armyworm. I'm not sure. But if there's armyworms over here, all this crabgrass through there would be decimated. Hopefully, they're just in the grass and the hay, and what the landlord sprayed will take care of them. I don't know if you can see behind me, nice little trail. This is the plus, when the landlords ask you to leave a spot for them to drive around the field to go hunting and whatnot, you got a spot to drive around the field and scout stuff. You ain't having to walk. Yeah, so the beans here got a lot of deer damage on top. I've done been to the top side of this field over there. Yeah, see, look, that's how dry it is. That pond was full of water when I planted beans, and now it ain't got any water in it. Landlord pulled up down here on the four-wheeler, talked to him a minute, and he's been watching the beans for me too. He hasn't seen none in the beans yet. I ain't seen none in the beans yet, but they have ate up all of his crabgrass. Pull right over and second look. I mean, beans look pretty good. And you got spots like right here where the deer had been eating all the dad burn leaves off of them. Deer just ain't giving up on the beans this year. Maybe they'll eat enough beans to choke to death. Probably won't. And like this little weird looking spot right here where the beans look wilty, that's not bug damage. That is from tree roots from that big old tree right there. So, he got that too. It's that dry. Oh yeah, there's armor damage right there. Look at that. We'll get out and scope it out. So you can see, there's a dead armorworm, there's a dead armorworm, there's another one. You can see how they got out here and ate all the soft vegetation off of this crabgrass. Didn't touch the Johnson grass. Didn't touch, let's see, what is that? That would be, is that a morning glory? Maybe. Didn't touch that. But they love them some crabgrass, so. Oh yeah, so there's a big spot of them right there. Boom, boom, boom. Got some big ones, some small ones. But like if you look way down yonder, you can see the brown spot. That is where the worms are real bad. They weren't as bad up here, but they're getting that bad. But it looks like he caught them before they got too far over to the edge. We got one more field of beans check here. And we got to jump on the road, run over to another farm, check beans on it. So it's gonna be a little bit of run around this afternoon. I was trying to go bush hog. Been trying to finish bush hogging pastures for the better part of a month. And you know, just been struggling at it, but part of it. And so it's a good thing about having grass on the edge of your beans right here. You can look at the grass and see that there's no armorworm damage in it. So there's not any armorworms in the beans yet. Look, his pond's getting pretty dry too. The big pond is. It's down probably 4 or 5 foot. So the grass on the edge looks good, good enough. And the beans look pretty good. I still might put some more blooms on top. Don't see any armorworms in here, but there are definitely armorworms on this farm. Hopefully they'll just stay over there. Well, hopefully he got them all killed. That's what we hope. Arriving at our next location. You can see the beans down there. Those beans look like they're getting tore up by the deer. Tore up. Yeah, they don't look like they're growing at all. That ain't good. Got some volunteer wheat coming back. Well, I know what we're doing tomorrow. We're coming up here and spraying beans for weeds, not for armyworms. Yeah. We got some volunteer wheat for sure. Yep, look at that big old deer turd right there. That's a huge one. And I thought the deer might be eating this field up here up. And they are. They're wiring it out. You think being right up here by this house, it wouldn't be ate up that bad. But actually, no, never mind. Look, you get closer to the house, and the beans aren't as bad. Deer, 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 deer. Stupid deer. Always eating my beans. Yeah, so you get a little away from the house, and they're getting them again. We'll just drive through this spot where the deers ate all the beans, not worry about it. Yeah, they're wearing them beans out. So those beans back over there should look like these beans out here, which is a lot better. Do us an armyworm check. Yeah, I got just a little bit of wheat coming up. So we need to come spray for that. So you gotta check the bottom of these beans leaves for the armyworms. Sometimes they'll be up underneath them. Sometimes they'll be on top of them. But yeah, so a little bit of grass. Nothing too crazy. Well, grass, that's a little bit of wheat coming up where it come out the back. The beans are coming on nicely. Well, right on around this field, we got another one, little dab of field down there that is probably gone, I would say. Because the field up there was ate up as bad as it is. I think it's an acre patch over there. I think that acre would be gone. Whew, deer. There's only so much you can do with them. Well, I was wrong. There's still some beans down here, but they don't look great. Few and far between to respray that field. Fun enough to be putting the bush hogging off for another day or two. Oh yeah, the beans on this side's bad too. You can see how short they are. But this side's the furthest away from the road, which would see the most activity from the deer. For weeds, not for worms. I see you, deer. I see you. Get out of here. If I had a gun, you would be dead. Give me some pops. Stupid deer. So there's plenty of deer up here, if y'all didn't know. Plenty of deer. Yeah, because if you look at the rows on this end compared to the other end, so this would be the west side of the field compared to the east side of the field. This west side, its veins are shorter. They've been ate a lot more, of course. There's houses up towards the east side of the field. And there's this beautiful cover over here for deer. Plenty of natural deer habitat, you know. Growed up garbage. Deer love it. All right, we got 3 more fields to check over here. Take yet another ride through the timber. Bouncy, bouncy. So I got beans over there. They don't look too hot. Hey, look, another trail cam. Hey, David. They got me on that like 5 times. They'll probably be texting me here in a little bit, wanting to know who's driving around back here. It's just me. All right. Here's some more beans. That deer are so nicely eaten off, just basically all you can eat deer buffet down here. Looks like it's gonna rain. It ain't. It's been overcast like that for 3 days. I ain't done nothing. Oh, looks like we got a little bit of sickle pod coming up, and some cockerbarrels, and some morning glories. It's good to know. saying that. That way I can go back and rewatch this film and remember what I need to come spray for. I mean, the beans, these beans are just that short because the deer are eating that much of them. That's the reason why the beans are short, because of deer. Well, that's got us wrapped up for today, folks. Didn't get a whole lot done between work and hunting armyworms. But we got done what we need, what we could. So I'm gonna go round up kids. We'll get some chemicals tomorrow and we'll get ready to spray stuff, so we'll catch up with y'all tomorrow. Just finished this field down here up. You can't tell, the beans are super short. Like they're probably, this is the tall side of the field. They're probably a foot tall over here. But you look that way, and they are not. The further you get across the field that way, the shorter the beans get. If we're talking, the beans are probably only like, the other side of the field, they're probably only 4 inches tall. Get over there, just slap wiring it out, boys. Slap wiring it out. That's part of Farmer Creek bottom stuff. You know, the deer take their fair share out of it. Yeah, because up here by the edge of the driveway, you know, they're a good foot tall, but they are not tall across the field. We'll get this. We got one more field in this farm to spray, and then we're going to change to a different farm, but we're still down at the same spot. We get meandered out through here, taking that little ride through the country, you know. The other field is just directly through them trees, but we got to go up and back around to get to it. And this top field is usually what the deers eat all up. I didn't think it'd be in that bottom as bad as they are, but they are. Back on top. So those beans look real good. These beans over here look better. I mean, compared to the bottom. These beans to our left here are still shorter than the beans to our right. Deer. Stupid, stupid deer. So these beans are better. I suspect you got a little rise that goes up and back down on that side. I suspect there ain't gonna be no beans over there. What do? You know, down on this farm, because it's a lease place, and the people I lease it from have it specifically to hunt on. So you just kind of got to work with what it is. The dry weather ain't helping nothing. You know, the trees are out there zapping all the juice for the beans. So yeah, see, the beans are going to get worse as we go over. Good old deer. These beans are planted the same time as the next field over was. It's just, there's nothing down here to keep the deer run out. So you can see a spot right there where no deer ate nothing, how big they are. And then short. It's the part that really takes the fun out of it. What we're doing to try to combat, whatever you say, however you say it, combat the deer, is I'm putting a little bit more growth promoter down and a little bit of glyphosate to clean up the volunteer weed. Because we still got a little bit of volunteer weed coming up, and a little bit of sucker pod, and that's about it in this field. And that stuff's coming back up because the beans haven't got tall enough to shade the canopy and shade the roads out. So yeah, the growth promoter should help it outgrow the deer. This is third go round of growth promoter, I think. just try to do what you can do on it. I'm not going to give up on the beans here, but deer are doing significant damage to it. The deer plus the dry weather are not helping. Ain't helping now. There we go. Yeah, see down in this corner, beans look pretty good. They're not down here. But back over there, not so good. Not so good. We're done with the beans, folks. We're done. Well, we're done with these beans. This farm up here is done. That being said, I'm gonna run this thing back to the house. We'll catch up y'all tomorrow. I think we're gonna spray some more beans. We gotta work a few calves and catch some bulls before we move in. But, you know, remember, if y'all enjoying what you see, like and subscribe, drop a comment if you feel like it, like always. Get the good boys with them. Catch you on the flip side. Until the next.